Hello everyone. I hope you can all hear me well. I am on a new streaming software today, so I hope everything's working well. You can probably tell with the new overlay and the new background and whatnot. But here we are with a new live stream. I suppose I'll just wait for it to get started, and for all of you guys to come over from Twitter and whatnot, and for all of you in the live chat to get ready. It should be a really good one today. And I believe we are all good. So, hello everyone who's in the live chat. Hi Sam, hope you're all good. And as mentioned, I suppose we will just give it, a few minutes for everyone to tune in, and then we will get started. Because there is a lot to talk about today, actually, and I think right now with Barcelona, maybe there's less to talk about, but certainly in the world of football, a lot's going on right now. This looks like it's going to be a really, really busy deadline day, actually. So yeah, I'm excited to see some of the deals that happen. To be honest, I can already see if you guys got your questions in as the live stream goes on. We'll definitely be answering some more of your guys' questions. All right, Bastard Boy, you right, mate? So, shall we? There's not many of you in here, but shall we start with a few formalities then? I suppose for everyone who watches the video on the replay too, then they can discuss this too in the comments and whatnot. Let's start with the futures of a few players. I think for Barcelona right now, it's been a really rough window. Let's start with Simon Umtiti, who of course is on the thumbnail. Umtiti, of course, as we know, is a player who Barcelona have wanted to sell for about 2 or 3 years now. Yet again, the same thing has happened this summer. No one wants to pay his salary. He refuses to leave, and Barcelona can't get him out. So what happens, a few days left of the window, and Barcelona agree to keep Simon Umtiti at the club. So what can we say, guys? That's the update on Umtiti. Right now, what we've heard this morning is that Umtiti is going to be staying at Barcelona. So I think that in itself is frustrating. It's been a frustrating window too, in my opinion. I think everyone will agree with that, actually. It hasn't gone to plan at all. And I think right now everyone definitely has that frustration within them, especially seeing what other clubs are doing in the market and then seeing the state that Barcelona are in. It's not ideal. I think this window, guys, we all agreed that we needed to do something not special but worthwhile. We needed to get out the Deadwood, and we needed to get him some new signings. Now, signing-wise, I feel as if we did that to an extent. We brought in Emerson, we brought in Depay, we brought in Eric Garcia, and of course we brought in Aguero. So I think signings-wise, it hasn't been dreadful. We've also promoted a few players from the B team. Having said that, we've also lost Messi. That's huge. We've lost Messi, and we haven't really been able to sell anyone who we wanted to sell. So it's kind of been, in my opinion, a dreadful window. I think a lot of you guys can agree with that, whether that is down to Laporta or not, whether that is his fault. Probably isn't. I think we can all agree because of what Laporta did, and what Bartomeu did at the club. But the point remains, guys, this window has not been good for Barcelona. I can already see you guys asking about signings, and look, I think we all expected maybe Barcelona were going to be able to bring in a few more players this window. That's just not going to happen. Barcelona are a complete mess. We can't even register players, and I think I will get onto the registering players issue right now, actually, too, because right now with Barcelona, we're in a big issue, and I say that because look, Barcelona wanted really, or the ideal scenario is to get rid of Umtiti and Pjanić before the end of the transfer window. That isn't really going to happen right now. Today, it's been confirmed that Umtiti is going to stay. And Pjanić, well, he's the other most likely player to leave, but it's very difficult for him to find a way out to the Serie A. So if that is the case, guys, Barcelona then would have a big issue with registering players. Aguero definitely wouldn't be able to be registered, and Oscar Mingueza also wouldn't be able to be registered with the first team. And if Coutinho wants to be registered, he would have to take the number 10 shirt. The only other available kit number right now in our first team is the number 25, and that is reserved for goalkeepers. So that's the situation with Barcelona. Hello everyone to just joining. We have started discussing a few things with Barcelona. Josh says that we've done nothing to get rid of the Deadwood. We had so much time. I agree. I feel as if we could have done more. Hello, Guy Greta. I hope you're all good, mate. Thanks for tuning into the stream. As always, as the stream gets on, we're expecting more and more viewers to pick onto it, and we will indeed, have more things to discuss and more questions and whatnot. But overall, guys, right now, situations are this. Umtiti, we wanted to leave Barcelona, and Miralem Pjanić, we wanted to leave Barcelona. Right now, they haven't left, and it doesn't look like they're going to be leaving. That's left us in a huge, huge issue in terms of registering players, because as you guys know, we don't have enough kit number slots in the first team to actually register players. Boy says that Aguero's already registered, that we should be able to have a wage reduction. Oh yeah, that could be true. What, the number 19, is it going to be for Aguero then? Yeah. So we could get the number 19 for Aguero if I'm correct on that one. I think Aguero has the 19. I think you're right on that one, Barca boy. So it's Mingueza that we've got an issue with, and then of course Coutinho too, who of course we need to decide a kit number for. I want to know your guys' thoughts on giving Raymanai the number 14 shirt, because I think Raymanai could have been a player that we actually left out of this whole registering situation to actually register a player like Coutinho instead, and that would have given us space, for example, to register someone like Oscar Mingueza. Everyone's screaming about the Champions League draw in the chat. I'm pretty sure it's on tomorrow, isn't it? The Champions League draw. Yeah, the Champions League draw's on tomorrow, guys. It's on tomorrow at this exact time. So 5 PM UK time for me. This time tomorrow is the Champions League draw, for anyone wondering. I think Pjanić should leave. I think it's about who we need the most. I think right now, guys, the situation is that Pjanić is the closest to leaving Barcelona. However, Pjanić would only leave on a loan, and clubs aren't agreeing to pay his salary, basically. Yeah, Aguero on number 19, 100%. Yeah, that was my bad. I just completely forgot about that. But I mean, same time, Barcelona need to agree these salary cuts, don't they? But yeah, for all of you wondering about the Champions League draw, it's tomorrow. This time tomorrow, guys. So don't worry. Barca will get Lille. I mean, everyone already making their predictions for the Champions League draws. Shall we also talk a bit about Ilaix Moriba, guys? I think we should talk about Ilaix, because we've spoken about Pjanić and Umtiti, and look, guys, we know we wanted to get them off the salary bill. Hasn't happened. Been a really tough window. But shall we talk a bit about Ilaix Moriba? Because I think Ilaix Moriba right now, he seems upset. But again, the situation is quite ugly with Ilaix, I feel. I think Ilaix, it should have been quite a straightforward renewal, to be honest. It really should have been. I feel as if, renewing the contract of Ilaix shouldn't have been that big of an issue. He should have been on a decently low salary. We should have got that over the line. His agents himself, clearly they wanted more money, so that hasn't happened, basically. And yeah, with the situation with the Ilaix, guys, is that, look, he could be leaving this summer. If not, he'll be leaving next summer. Enough with the Ilaix is what he says. Hey, you're right, Toffee Legend, mate. You all good? What do I think of the Braithwaite situation? I think Braithwaite is another example of how badly the window's gone for Barcelona. I really do. I think that Martin Braithwaite is another player, like Umtiti and like Pjanić, who Barcelona should have said, we want to get rid of this player this window. I really do, but hasn't happened. And again, right now, Braithwaite is a starter for us. It kind of just symbolises what's going on right now with Barcelona, and it really, really isn't good to see. It's sad right now what's happening with the Ilaix. Yeah, I completely agree. Can you take Phil Jones on loan? Please, no. We actually wouldn't have space to register him in the squad. That's how bad it is. Braithwaite really thinks that he deserves to play every week. Yep, he does. I mean, fair enough to the guy. Look, he works hard for himself and whatnot, and we will respect him for that. But I feel Barcelona should have gone into this window, and I think we did, with a list of names we wanted to get rid of in order to make the squad as competitive as physically possible. I'm sure the club had that, and look, obviously you can't always get that done. But the fact of the matter is, guys, they've done almost next to nothing of that. And that's what worries me. We haven't really done much at all. It's not like we've got rid of, we just couldn't get rid of him or him. It feels like we've missed out on getting rid of a lot of players, in my opinion. Longley and Umtiti are staying at the club. I think we could have wanted to get rid of maybe one or two of them. Sergio Roberto is another one who I think Barcelona wouldn't have minded selling. He's staying at the club, it looks like anyway. Neto in goal even is staying at the club. You look further forward, guys. Of course, we did get rid of Firpo at left back. In midfield, we wanted to bring Wijnaldum in. We couldn't bring him in. I think Koeman doesn't really trust Ricky Puig. We couldn't renew the contract of Ilaix Moriba. We lost the greatest player of all time in Messi. We lost Messi, guys. And then we also kept hold of the likes of Martin Braithwaite, even Griezmann, Coutinho. It isn't good, guys. I feel as if you look right throughout the team, and there was probably a list of players that Barcelona wanted to get rid of. And we haven't really got rid of any of them. We sold Junior Firpo and we loaned out to Trincao. That's all we've done, guys. Enough with the likes. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the situation the club are in, really. Yeah, I think Barca boy, I think that's what's going to happen. I agree. I think we should kick out Raymanai from the first team. I don't know why he got registered for the first team, and we should give Coutinho the number 14. And then I think we should register Mingueza as part of Barca B again. I agree. Could Umtiti leave in the winter? It's unlikely in my opinion. Yeah, that's terrible for Barca about Pjanić. I think Umtiti might be handy. Honestly, I doubt it. I think both these guys had to leave Barcelona. And even if they did, it would have been on a loan where we're paying a lot of their salary. And they aren't leaving, guys. They really aren't. What do I think of Braithwaite's situation? I think I just answered that on the fact that I would have wanted him to leave. Can we swap Moriba for Dani Olmo? I think that would be a really good swap deal. Unfortunately, I don't think RB Leipzig would do that. If we did that, though, that would be outstanding business from Barcelona. Yeah, I agree, Toffee. I mean, all clubs are struggling to sell Deadwood. It isn't just a Barcelona issue. I suppose I just feel like it's maybe worse for Barcelona than any other club because of the financial situation we are in. But it is true, all clubs are struggling to sell their Deadwood. It's not so easy to just sell a player who hasn't been performing and is on really high wages, especially for Barcelona. Who is going to pay Umtiti 10 million a year? No one. Who is going to pay Pjanić 10 million a year? No one. So that's why I defend Laporta and I defend the club. But the fact of the matter is, and I will repeatedly say this, no one can really argue that this has been a good window for Barcelona. No matter whether you think Laporta, whether he could have done more, whether he was unlucky or whatnot, this window hasn't been good for Barcelona. Let's not forget we have more midfielders than Ilaix. Yeah, I agree. Players like Nico, players like Gavi will definitely be playing now. Yeah, Braithwaite should have been our easiest Deadwood to sell. Exactly. This was the issue, guys. Even Braithwaite, who apparently had offers from the Premier League, but just didn't want to go. I just feel like every single player we wanted to sell, guys, it didn't come off, and it is frustrating. Was Raymanai not meant to be sold this summer? Apparently he was. Didn't happen again, did it? Yeah, we did sell Alenya, to be fair. We did move on at Alenya. Fed up of Barcelona. Yeah, it's really frustrating right now. It really is. And I think the issue is I'm trying to look at the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm trying to look at a way where Barcelona finally get these players off the books and finally can start making signings again. And that's going to be hard. That's going to be really hard. Can we expect something in January? Unlikely, in my opinion, unless there's a big injury. Renato Sanchez isn't coming to Barcelona, I don't think, guys. Do I think Barcelona can sell players in January? I think they can, but I don't think Umtiti will go in January. And we still have goalkeeper issues with Neto and Iñaki Peña. Yeah, I mean, probably one of those guys should have gone, shouldn't they? But there you go. Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, if Bartomeu hadn't given all these contracts to all these players, of course, it would have been far easier to sell everyone. It really would have been. The fact is, Bartomeu did give them these contracts. We are in this situation now, and we just can't sell anyone. When is Anasol starting? Just under a month's time, mate. I think either the 11th of September, I think it is, our game against Sevilla. Either the 11th of September or next weekend against Granada, or even the Champions League game midweek then. Yeah, we're all waiting for Ansu Fati back. Yeah, and in terms of Haaland for next summer, guys, Erling Haaland, I think obviously at Barcelona, when Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, which, by the way, we can also talk about soon, I think Haaland would be the one I'd look at and say Barca should go for him. But if we are being completely honest with ourselves, guys, in our financial situation, can Barcelona really get Erling Haaland? I don't think so. Yep, he could feature versus Sevilla. It's probably unlikely. I think if he does feature against Sevilla, it would only be off the bench, to be honest. I mean, this is the thing. This is what I agree with. I defend Laporta, but the fact of the matter is this window has been a complete disaster. Laporta came in and he said, we're going to keep Messi at the club. There's going to be consequences for losing now. We are going to move players on. We're going to rebuild Barca. And none of that's happened, guys. Laporta lost Messi and hasn't really brought many players in past free transfers. And he hasn't sold many either. It hasn't been good for Laporta. Your voice is superb like a journalist. Thanks a lot, Stefan. When will Dembele stay injury-free? I don't think he'll ever be injury-free, mate. But we're hoping Dembele's back within 2-3 months, let's say. Champions League expectations. Not expecting anything from Barcelona in the Champions League this season. But we've got to try and compete, really, and impose our style on teams, that's for sure. Real Madrid getting Mbappe and Haaland and Pogba and Camavinga. I would never say never these days in football, but I don't think so. just speaking about that Mbappe situation, right now it looks like Real Madrid are gonna go for Mbappe this summer. 180 million euros, 200 million euros, whatever, guys. They're gonna go for Mbappe this summer. Next summer, I always felt as if Real Madrid were the front runners to get Erling Haaland. I really do. I think that Haaland thinks that Real Madrid is probably the dream club for him. However, I don't think Real Madrid can get both Haaland and Mbappe. I really don't. Especially if they're paying 180 or 200 for Mbappe this summer, then 75 for Haaland on top of the big money they have to pay Raiola and Alfie Haaland, who's Haaland's father. I don't think they can afford it. I really don't. I also don't think, which is a key for this one, I don't think Haaland and Mbappe want to or should be playing on the same team. I really don't. So I think for Haaland next summer, with the way the financial situation is going in different countries, I think that his most likely destination is England. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't force players onto other clubs, and that is why, with our financial situation, people don't understand Barcelona's situation. Well, yeah, it's not great. It's awful. In fact, our financial situation is very worrying. Will Dembele renew? I think he will, yeah. I mean, I said the same about Messi and Ilaix Moriba, so who knows, guys, but I think Dembele is going to renew, yeah. Out of curiosity, do I like Adidas or Nike more? I don't know. Maybe I would go for Adidas, to be fair, but all of our shirts are Nike now, I see above me. We need to be realistic about our signings. Our high earners all have a contract until 2023, 2024. We won't be able to sign anyone massive till that core group of high earners leave. I completely agree. I think Barcelona have got to be smart in the window. I really do. And I don't actually feel as if we have to go overboard. I think Barcelona need a good coach, perhaps Luis Enrique, and I think the Barcelona need to make smart signings. Smart signing, I was looking at players like Gaia, Laporte from Manchester City, Dani Olmo's another one I'd look at too. And there are plenty of other names, guys. These are just off the top of my head. But that scouting department, they've got to sit down, have a think about what they can do with the squad, and actually implement the plan. Because right now, guys, we wanted to be competitive this season. We wanted to have a big transfer window, and none of it's really happened. Erik Ten Hag should come. Maybe. I'm not sure. What do you guys think about Ten Hag? Yeah, I have a question. Since no one likes Javier Tebas, can't we as La Liga fans do something to get re-elections for La Liga presidency? I don't think it's voted by the fans. It's not like a member-run thing like it is at Barcelona, for example. There's no way Haaland will come to Barca with Koeman as coach. Yeah, I agree. What's the future for us? Are we looking for anyone in the market? Number 9, who would be the manager? Laporta doesn't count on Xavi. Right, Barcelona next summer have to have a serious sit-down. And implement things now. There's no point in looking for years in the future. We've seen other clubs fail. We've got to take actions now. And we should have taken actions this summer, and that's why this summer has been a real disaster. But next summer, guys, we have got to move players on. If they can't move on, we have to negotiate a salary cut, about 25% with the entire squad, which is what we should have done this summer. And Barcelona have to make top signings and important signings too. Cheap players who will come to Barcelona and who will improve. I'm off the top of my head, Dani Olmo, Jose Luis Gaya, left back. I think these are the sorts of players Barcelona should be looking at. I really do. They'd make us competitive. Is there any chance we can sign Haaland next summer? Yeah, of course there is. There definitely is a chance, but I don't think with our financial situation and also the situation that the club is, that Haaland will go to Barcelona. I really don't. Unless Laporta pulls off a masterclass with Raiola, I see it very unlikely right now. Laporta did say no more average signings. I mean, Laporta also said that he was going to implement consequences for losing, but the players who've been involved in our biggest defeats over the last few years have all got contract extensions with Laporta, so Messi's also left. The point is, even if what Laporta wants, sometimes the situation of the club doesn't allow him to complete his word as president. I believe in Luis Enrique. He can be the perfect coach for us. If not, then Xavi is our only option. Yeah, I agree. I want to answer this question on my top 4 Champions League favourites. I think Manchester City and Chelsea, last year's finalists, will be up there. I'd also put PSG into the hat. And then other than that, I wonder who I'd put as 4th. I think Atletico have got a good team. Maybe. Why can't Pep come to Barca? Because he's got everything at Man City. Everything. Do I expect anything from Coutinho this season? Yep, I definitely do. I think he's got a big season ahead of him. I really do. Gaia, Laporte, Dani Olmo. Completely agree, mate. I have a lot of respect for Koeman for handling all this mess, especially when there was no president. He had to handle the PR stuff, but he's simply not Barcelona level. Honestly, I completely agree. I've got a lot of respect for Koeman, and I actually was one of the ones who was always behind Koeman last season. I think that he deserved a lot more respect, and still does actually. I feel as if he's one of those coaches who maybe he was one of the only ones who could have done that well last season in our circumstances. I really do feel as if he steadied the ship. He got us playing better football. He was very good off the pitch as well in terms of PR and press conferences. I feel as if he led the club very well. I've got a lot of respect for Koeman. I don't think he's been dreadful at Barcelona. I really don't. But I do feel as if he's not top level coach. I don't feel as if he's hugely, impressive for Barcelona. I don't think as Koeman as our coach and think, oh yeah, here we go, lads. Here we go. We're gonna outclass this team here. We are gonna outthink them, outsmart them. It doesn't happen under Koeman, guys. It really doesn't, and that's my worry with him. It always is. What do I think about Griezmann? I think he's a top player, but I also think that he's got to step up. I think Fati would explode this season. Fati's a great young player, amazing young player. There are a lot of free agents next season, Pablo. Well, maybe we'll be going for them. We went for a lot of free agents this season, so let's hope we can get them. I agree about Barca being smart in the next transfer window. Our last transfer seasons have been a mess. Yeah, they've been really poor. So Barcelona have got to go out and think strategically. We're going to sell him. We're going to sell him. That's the gap in the squad, and that's who we want for it. That profile. That's what the top teams do. That's what Chelsea do. Barcelona have got to do it. I think PSG are the best front three in the world at the moment. Well, maybe not anymore. Mbappe looks like he's off to Real Madrid. By the way, open question to you guys. Mbappe to Real Madrid. How do you feel about all of this? I think it's bad news for us. I really do. But having said that, if Real Madrid spend 200 million now on a player that's free in 12 months' time, it could play in our favour. Will Depay and Griezmann explode this season? Who knows? But we need a lot for them. At our top 5 centre-backs in the world, not right now. Do you think Xavi needs to come instead of Koeman? I'm always so sceptical on Xavi because I don't feel as if he's proved himself. I really don't. Do I think Laporte is currently working on a plan to sign Haaland next year? Maybe, but it's unlikely, isn't it? What do I think about Onana? I don't think Onana should be a big priority for us. It wouldn't be an awful signing, but I don't think it's something we really need. PSG will sign Mbappe if we'll sign Lewandowski if Mbappe leaves. Interesting. Yeah, if Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, hopefully we'll have more chance of getting Haaland. That's the way I felt about it. I felt it'd be perfect for both of those guys to be at probably the two biggest clubs in the world. Mbappe at Real Madrid, Haaland at Barcelona. That rivalry would be huge. It would be amazing for La Liga too. Really, really amazing. But with our financial situation, guys, we're in trouble. We have good brains in our administration. Cruyff, Alemany, and Ramon Planes. This is what I'd hope, guys. But when I hear the names we're linked to, I worry. I worry about these guys. I really do. I'm not sure if they're elite in the sporting department. I'm hoping they are. Laporta needs to get Haaland. I agree. I think next summer is gigantic for Barcelona. Huge. This summer hasn't gone well, but next summer's huge. My opinion on Camavinga is that he's not proven enough, really. Good young player. I think someone is going to pick him up for about 35 million, but guys, please don't spam in the chat. Do I see us becoming financially stable enough? Yeah, that's the issue. I think, guys, look, what Barcelona should be aiming for is to try and get Haaland to Barcelona next summer. I really do think that. Real Madrid will have Mbappe by then, if not this summer, then next summer. So Barcelona should have Erling Haaland. I agree. I also rate Haaland more than Mbappe. I think it'd be amazing if Haaland comes to Barcelona. I really do. But it's difficult for Barca. In our financial situation, guys, if you think about where we are right now, we can't register players. We can't sign players who aren't free transfers. And we can't get rid of our incredible high wage bill. So to get Haaland in for 75 million euros, then to pay all the fees to Raiola, it's going to be tough. Thoughts on Collado? Collado's a right wing. I think we should be trying him there, but Koeman doesn't rate him, so it's not going to be happening. Who would you go for if we don't get Haaland next season? I mean, right now, I don't know, but I would have a sit down. It's hard to just... I feel it's hard for us to really sit down and say, you know, this is who we should go for. But I think I'd have a sit down. I'd buy a left back. I'd buy at least one centre back. Probably just one. I think I would be buying one midfielder. I think I'd buy. And then I think I'd buy one attacker. I really do. I think we could be buying Gaia at left back. Laporte at centre back. Someone like Dani Olmo. And then Erling Haaland would be my dream. It's a pipe dream though, guys. Barcelona, to do that, would have to clear out the wage bill. They'd have to sell a lot of players. Why do I rate Haaland over Mbappe? I mean, it's hard. They're both amazing young players. It's nothing really against Mbappe. I just prefer Haaland. Sancho or Foden? That's really hard to pick. I don't think we should be going for Arsene Wenger as coach, mate. Dusan Vlahovic, yeah, maybe. Umtiti and Coutinho value is at an all-time low. Exactly. Again, when we roll around to next summer, guys, is the same thing going to happen again? That's the question. When Ansu Fati start playing again, under a month's time, 3 weeks' time, guys, Fati will be back. Come on, Laporta, rob a bank. Laporta won't sign big players until 2 years' time, most likely. Let's see, though, let's see. Maybe we thought the same about Real Madrid. Yeah, the thing is, the Haaland transfer will be about 75 on paper, but in reality, it'll be around 150, including fees. Spot on. Super difficult to get Haaland. But I think next summer, Barcelona, they've got to make a lot of sales. And some smart transfers. Maybe one stream, guys, we'll sit down and we'll go through the whole squad and we'll have a look at a dream Barca squad, maybe, but it's unrealistic. We shouldn't go big on anyone without clearing the wage bill first. Completely agree. Barcelona have got to sell Pjanić and Umtiti number one. Then they've got to sell other players. Probably at least two of Dembele, Griezmann or Coutinho next summer. What does his dad have to do with the transfer? A lot. He's got a lot to do with the transfer. I really do think that. Sumia, please stop spamming me, else you're gonna have to be banned. Pau Torres or Laporte, I love them both, but I'd go with Laporte for Barca. I think he's the one. He's the one I've always got my eye on. Barcelona transfer Angel Rodado. Maybe it's a youth player, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I know who this guy is. Angel Rodado is a B team striker, guys, and he's going to be joining Barca B. Nothing for the first team. Do we stand a chance this season for the La Liga title? Yep, definitely. Definitely we do, but it's going to be really difficult. Who should be our coach if Koeman fails? I think Luis Enrique or Xavi would be good options. We still have to renew Fati and Pedri contracts. Yeah, I think we do, but I think we will. All right, guys, we'll do 3 more minutes. Hit me with all your questions, guys, and then we'll wrap up the live stream. Real Madrid is getting both Haaland and Mbappe. What will Barcelona do? Well, if that is the case, then we're in trouble. But if we have a coach and a system, then we'll be okay. I have no trust in this manager, even if Laporte or Gaia comes. Well, yeah, maybe a new manager will come. Odsonne Edouard from Celtic is not who Barcelona need. Do I think Laporta will be forced to sell Fati, Pedri and Gavi to save Barca's finances? I never say never anymore with Barcelona. I've learned that this summer, honestly. But I don't think so, no. De Paul versus De Jong. De Jong right now. Dembele renewal news. Dembele is going to be renewing Barcelona, I think. Highest assist provider this season. Maybe Memphis. Our best lineup, really hard to say. I suppose to Stegen in goal, Jordi Alba, Serginho Dest or Emerson. Then you've got Eric Garcia and Araujo maybe, or Mingueza perhaps. Busquets, Pedri, De Jong, and then Griezmann, Ansu Fati, and Memphis Depay. Barca can't win anything without signing a superstar. No, absolutely not. It's not true. Barcelona, if they had a good coach and a good system, could win a lot. A lot. Perez playing 8D chess, getting Messi out of the Super League and getting Mbappe and Haaland. Yeah, I mean this is why we shouldn't be on Florentino's Perez's side. This is why, guys. I don't know why we are on Perez's side. I've said that in previous videos, and it's look what he's doing. Look at what he's doing. Memphis has been great so far, don't you think? Yeah, he's been brilliant. Do I want Arthur back at Barcelona? No, not particularly. Alright, I'll do a few questions, guys, and then we'll tie it up. Can Mingueza start next game? News on Mingueza is that he's back, but I don't think he's going to be starting next game, no. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be Araujo and Longley against Getafe, guys. I don't know how any sort of Super League is going to happen. I think in the future we could see something. Please don't spam, guys. Please don't. Do I think Barca will renew Koeman if we win La Liga? Yeah, I do. Laporta's involvement with Perez, for me, is just worrying because we've seen it, guys. You know, he's involved with Perez, and Perez, if the rumours are true, has told Laporta that he can't afford to renew Messi, and then he's just gone and signed Mbappe. Just worrying. My opinion on Isaac as an alternative, I think it'd be a good signing. And then finally, Mr. Mania. We spoke about this a bit earlier, about, you know, Coutinho and Mingueza's kit numbers. For Mingueza to be registered, Barcelona have to sell a player. And it would probably have to be Umtiti. The issue is that Umtiti is staying. So right now, Mingueza's got big issues to be registered, guys. Big issues. Unless Barcelona sell Remanai, and unless they sell, you know, Pjanić as well, and Umtiti, but Umtiti's staying. Maybe Pjanić goes and Remanai goes, and then we can have Coutinho as the 8. Mingueza's the 14. Isaac will be a good alternative to Haaland. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. We didn't have many people tune in today, but for all of you guys who did, you know, thanks a lot. It does mean a lot for all of you tuning into the stream. Thanks again for leaving all your questions. Maybe I'll do more of these as the transfer window, you know, progresses. Maybe I'll do one on like deadline day or something. Around then, we can answer some more questions. That'll be interesting. But yeah, until then, thanks again for watching. I'll be back actually on Saturday, I believe, for a match preview. We've got Getafe on the Sunday, so big game there, guys. And I'll see you then.